Tippy time my damies, Topcat here and welcome back to the channel. For the longest time our Void Hunters had the market cornered on stealth. Every time those GMs rocked around, they were out in droves. But the Prismatic Assassin not only has more ways to get invisibility, it also is a lot deadlier. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think and if you've got some weapon combos out there that would make this build shine. That said, we are going to begin with the fundamentals, the aspect, Stylist Executioner. Defeating a target with any elemental debuff, we are granted invisibility and true sight. The Void's invis at base is 5 seconds, on Prismatic it is 6 seconds. After performing a Stylist Execution, our next melee weakens. This is the first of the 12 debuffs that we can choose from. We can blind, jolt, scorch and ignite, suppress and volatile to violate, and we can weaken. We've also got slow, freeze, sever, suspension and unravel. Of all of these, my base build utilizes 7 of them. My exotic of choice is the Mothkeeper's Wraps. Its perk, Winged Eclipse, changes our grenades into moths. These will fly at either our closest ally or hostile. There's 2 moths per grenade and we get 2 grenade charges. It doesn't matter what grenade you've got equipped. At base there is 73 second cooldown. At 100 discipline this is a 53 second cooldown. If it's a hostile moth, these do 25k each, but most importantly they blind. So if it doesn't kill your target instantly, they're an easy cleanup for that invis. They're better than traditional flashbangs, as in close quarters you won't go and blind yourself. If they are an ally moth, each moth grants us 22.5 HP overshield. With 2 of these moths, that's 45 HP for that full bar. This is constantly saving my ass whilst I clean up for that invis. And with the shield crush perk in the artifact, whilst we have either frost armor or an overshield, our melee charges faster and we deal more damage with them. And whilst amplified or radiant, our grenades charge faster and deal increased damage. This is a 25% boost and this pushes our grenade up to 31k per moth. We're amped up most of the time by running a Volt Shot weapon in our energy slot. I chose the Oversoul as Pulse Rifle's got a very nice buff this season. I run it with the Enlightened Action perk. This combined with Amplified, my abysmal handling and reload stats aren't an issue at all. That Cursed Thrall trait just pops off with all this melee spamming. For your melee you could use Strand's Threaded Spike as it does sever, but I found the Whirling Blade paired better with the rest of my kit. With 2 sources of slow we freeze, and this will allow us to shatter multiple targets with just 1 melee. To do so, our second form of slow comes from the Winter Shroud aspect. When we dodge next to our foes, we slow. Additionally, when we slow targets, this briefly increases our class ability regeneration. We use that Gambler's Dodge to give us back another melee charge. So now we can slow more and get more dodges back into that loop again. With Facet of Hope, we also expedite our class ability regeneration whenever we have an elemental buff. We'll have that longest one, which is Amplify, on hand, with bits of Radiant thrown in there as well. I've been running Defiance. This creates a slow detonation on our finishes, and my super will also be the Squall. It does the same job as the Tether, just locking down that area, and as it slays out, it makes me go invisible. With Facet of Ruin, this will also increase our Tornado Shatter alongside our dodge and melee loopage, and it's going to give our Solar Ignitions a larger burst and damage bonus. This will also buff one of our most popular rocket launchers. The Dragon's Breath is going to be a powerful tool with this kit, as when we're pressing that advantage, our Scorch and Ignition Final Blows will give us invisibility. This gives us ample time to throw in a nice and safe reload. Facet of Ruin will also make our Hunter's Prismatic Grenade that much stronger, being both of Strand and Solar Source. I'm not going to pretend that the Hunter's Transcendence is the shit, but we've got it, so buff it. The grenade does actually do good damage, it's just being a spike nade, it's kind of hard to make full use of it in PvE. particularly when Bungo continues to make more and more agile enemies. Kills from our favourite fusion, the Riptide, will also give us invisibility off that chill clip perk. Just remember though, this perk is only active in the top half of the mag, so blat blat and then pocket it. Creep and Chill can also stack to make nice bursts of slow off of those kills. And now we got several stasis swords with that Cold Steel perk on it to again slow. It's an invis smorgasbord up in here. Now we can't always cower, we sometimes have to stand and fight. So with Faceted Protection, while surrounded by combatants, we get that little bit tankier. Off of our orb pickups, we also get Frost Armor. It can go higher than Woven Mail, but it does start lower and get stronger. But it does have twice the timer at 10 seconds compared to Woven Mail's 5. And we get more damage resistance whilst we're amplified. If facing Tormentors or anything that requires crits over blast damage, I swap out the Dragon's Breath for the Deterministic Chaos. Finally, they fixed this thing. It's now intrinsically an anti-barrier weapon, and its Weaken and Volatile combo pops off every 4th round instead of every 16. And with 2 Void perks in that artifact, it's even stronger again. My mod layout has 3 main functions. Firstly, we make our Orbs of Power so they can heal me. When paired with Powerful Attraction, this becomes a makeshift worm husk. Secondly, for the Emergency Reinforcement mod, for when it all gets real scary, I've shit my pants and need to run home to change. And our third batch is set up so our grenades speed our dodges, dodges speed our melees, melees speed our dodges. It's all that ability circle jerk. There is a dim link in the description down below, or feel free to pause here for my mods, armor stat, artifact and fragments. This Prismatic Assassin plays more aggressively than our traditional tether. We had the power to go invis off the backs of our melees, grenades, dodges, finishes, super, and all 3 of our weapons, and Transcendence. It's both safer and deadlier. Feel free to leave a comment down below, I'd love to hear what weapon trinities you guys come up with. Make sure to thumb it if you dug it, sub if you're new, and as always, tippy tie my damies, what a tie.